Peace, everybody. Dan DeAndre back with the beatbox. So today, I wanted to come and talk about a certain topic I thought was very interesting, concerning Oscar De La Hoya. Um, Mr. De La Hoya had made some comments about champion Canelo Alvarez concerning his run as Mexican champion. Um, Apparently, to Oscar De La Hoya, he believes that the Canelo's run as the Mexican champion or the heart of Mexico is done. He feels that his days are done. And I wouldn't say that that's even the most surprising part or the part that makes me want to come on the internet and then talk about it. Um, I think it's who he said is up to take the throne and where he lies in his career at the moment. It's actually very interesting. So we know Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez haven't really seen eye to eye throughout the past couple of years, and that they've had their disagreements with each other. I still believe that the respect is still there between one another, but as of late, Oscar hasn't really been seeing eye to eye with some of his best money making fighters. And a person like me, I think that speaks volumes. But also with who he decides to say is going to carry the torch from Canelo, I think it's him throwing a little shade. I don't even think Oscar believes what comes out of his own mouth with that. But it's very interesting. So the person Oscar believes that has, well, not dethroned Canelo because he hasn't beaten Canelo, but he thinks that he takes the torch from Canelo as the Mexican, the heart of Mexico, basically, um, is Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia. Now, Jaime Munguia is a good champion. He is a good fighter. He's a big middleweight. Um, he's right now 42-0. It's a good record. Really hasn't faced anyone of any significance, really. He has really no names, no big names on his resume like that. Not like a Canelo Alvarez. Um, my first time being introduced to Jaime Munguia was when he beat Saddam Ali after Saddam Ali beat Miguel Cotto to send him off into retirement. And after watching Saddam Ali beat Miguel Cotto, Saddam Ali is a skilled fighter. He's very good. And seeing that fight, you would think that Saddam would go on to have a promising career as a champion, but nobody nobody expected to see what Munguia would do to Saddam Ali. I didn't expect to see what Munguia did to Saddam Ali. Saddam Ali got beat in incredible fashion and in a one-sided fight. Um, Talk about a coming out party for Jaime Munguia. That was the first time a lot of us have seen him and heard of him. If you weren't a diehard fan already in his fan base with Munguia, but that was definitely a coming out party for Jaime. And right now he stands at 42-0. What intrigues me about that is that if you remember when Floyd fought Canelo, when Canelo was about, I think, 22 or 23 years old, Canelo came into that fight at 42-0. So that's very interesting to me because um, I believe Mayweather was 44 or 45-0 at that time, and he beat Canelo. But Canelo was definitely, the record speaks for itself. You're not even 25 yet, and you got 40 something fights. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was very interesting. If you can remember that, and you look at the present now. But I would say personally, I would have to disagree with Oscar. I don't think that Munguia, even at this point in his career, is even a considerable what do you call it, nominee to even take the throne from Canelo without fighting Canelo. I still think Canelo Alvarez is still the heart of Mexico, the king of Mexico. His record speaks for itself. He's 62-2, with 39 knockouts. So you know, and Canelo's not even 40 years old yet. So, the man is a legend. The man is an absolute legend. And he still has a lot left to give to boxing. We still got the Benavidez fight that everybody wants to see. We don't know if we're gonna get that. Probably, maybe this year. It's still up in the air, but we don't know if we're gonna get the Bivol fight because Bivol wants to come down to 168 and fight Canelo, but there's been rumors and talks of him kind of abandoning that idea and that game plan. Um, so it looks like we're probably going to be leaning more towards the Canelo versus Benavidez, but we don't know. Canelo might fight Jaime just to get ready for Benavidez, because they're both two big middleweights. Jaime's a big guy, and the Benavidez, if you know his story, he had some weight problems as a kid. He grew up pretty big, and that just talks that goes to his work ethic. What you see right now. A person who's had weight problems in his youth, and he's fighting. He gets down to 168. He damn near kills himself to make that weight. So that shows you a lot about his work ethic. But in terms of the King of Mexico, I I'm definitely on the outside looking in, as a black dude. But just in the boxing ring and what I see from Mexican fans and who carries the torch the best, I would have to say Canelo because not only does Canelo represent just the legacy of Mexican boxers very well. I think he has the respect of the black community and other communities as well around the world. Just for what we've seen throughout these years, how he's elevated from the Mayweather loss, and he is like literally just he's gotten better. He's gotten more skilled. His defense, like Mike Tyson would say, is impregnable. And he's just a monster. And the fact that he still has a lot left in the tank speaks to his greatness. Um, but I think a lot of that with Oscar De La Hoya, it's a lot of envy, it's a lot of hate. I think Oscar is doing anything to sabotage his name to try to take money out of his pockets so it could come into his pockets because he still has Jaime, and he's a promoter and he's just doing his job. Oscar's just doing his job. I don't think there's any malicious intent or any malice, but I think he's just trying to sell the Jaime Munguia fight. He has a fight coming up, I believe. I don't know who he's facing. I'll have to look into more information on that. But I think we could all understand what Oscar's doing because I think if we were promoters, we'd probably do it too. You know, if we were promoters, we would probably do the same old thing. And Oscar coming from his legendary career, he knows what he's doing. Him and Bernard, they're very smart boxers. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Oscar's been saying, and that's word around town, around the boxing community. That Canelo's not the king of Mexico no more. But come on, who does Jaime even have on his resume that could even challenge Canelo's resume? Nobody. He has nobody. Like he didn't fight the Charlos. He didn't. Who was he fought? I mean, any of the Mexican brothers, you tell me who's Jaime fought? Like really? I mean, I know some people, they don't like Canelo. A lot of brothers don't, really, they're not too fond of Canelo, but he's the champ. He's the champ, and the champ does what the champ does. And the only person that has beaten Canelo comes from a whole nother weight class up. You know what I'm saying? And you to go up in weight like that, like Canelo did, he's daring to be great, especially against a Bivol. A lot of people didn't even know about Bivol until that fight. Now, if you're a boxing enthusiast and you actually follow the sport, then you know that Bivol's been a monster. Been a monster. You know what I'm saying? So I think Canelo dared to be great. He came up short, but that doesn't diminish his record, his resume, and everything that he's brought into the sport. So I'd have to disagree with Oscar, but y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video. Peace.